Welcome to the Wally Show Aftercast. All the stuff we did not get to during the course of the show today. It is so good to be back. This is a live Aftercast. We are back. We finished up Support Drive like 2 weeks ago, and I got on a plane the next day and headed straight to Ireland for King and Country movie. And a lot of people were telling me that they followed the journey of that stuff. We've had it on our socials or whatever, including me getting shaved and stuff, which we'll talk about all the stuff that happened in the last 2 weeks because it has been insanely busy, but all good stuff. You know, like it's a lot of fun. But I hadn't even seen Betty in a week because I went there and then we ended up at a radio conference together. And two funny things in meeting Betty. I see her from a distance. I'm clean shaven now because of the stupid rules for the movie that I got in with for King Country was I had to be clean shaven because it's a period piece. And I did not want to do that. And I look hideous for the record. I know it. And so Betty comes up and I'm like, hey, girl, hey, you know, and we do our cute little side hug. And she looks at me and she's like, whew, that is rough. But I respect that because everyone else was lying to me. I know it doesn't look good. I know I'm not a good looking man. But then I've got all these other people at this conference like, oh, no, it's not bad at all. You look younger. You look this. And I know they're lying because I look horrible. And so at least you had the friendship and the connection enough with me to go, it's rough, you know? So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And the other thing was, it was so funny, is as we're doing the side hug, and I go, man, I have missed you. Uh-huh. What in the world, man?
It was not. Well, I can see why anyone would miss me.
Yeah,
I mean,
know.
That makes complete sense.
Yeah, 100%.
And it was nice to just have a break and just kind of not have all of that going on.
All of
and
what?
by all of that, I mean you.
All of me, yeah.
Yes.
The drama that seems to surround me.
The constant chaos.
Oh, man. So we'll just kind of talk through some stuff and get caught up on a little bit of stuff.
How was your flight? Your flight to Ireland was rough.
Disaster. Oh, my glory. There were things on there that were baffling the pilots even. This is how bad it is. When the pilot turns on the company that they fly for on the intercom, you know you were in a rough thing. And I'm flying Delta, so I'm not on like Spirit. Like Spirit, everyone's just angry, you know, and you expect that. And now there's no more Spirit. But we get on the plane, and it's a 7-hour flight. So I don't upgrade seats or anything. I'm like, 7 hours, I can do that standing on my head. Not a big deal. So we get on the plane. And it would have been fine if it truly was a 7-hour flight. But we sat on the plane for 4 hours prior to the 7-hour flight. And it just kept getting longer.
Because of why?
More ridiculous. Okay, so the first time, there was a flight that was at our gate prior to us getting there. And they had a mechanical issue. And so they pulled everybody off that plane. And then they changed our gate, so we went to another gate. And so this plane is getting hosed totally, you know. And so, okay, they're not making their connections. They're not getting where they need to go. So that will actually come back into our story later. So I'm on the flight, and I'm all excited, like, yeah, we're going to go. I can't wait to get to Ireland. I love Ireland. This is going to be so much fun to shoot some content, try to work my way into this movie. It's going to be great. And so, like, we're on the plane for long, like I'm not even paying attention. I'm like in such a good mood. I don't realize that we've boarded and we're probably 45 minutes into just sitting there. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. And so the pilot comes on and he's like, here, Captain speaking. It's hard to do this to you, but we got everybody on and all your luggage on. We just can't get the door closed down there. Like the luggage door, the cargo door. And he's like, yeah, we're going to work on it. We'll see if we can get that fixed. And because my wife had been saying, man, that door's still open. And so they are over there just slamming it, like trying to close this thing, doing everything they can to get it closed. So they're still working on it. So time is just, we're on the clock, tick, 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 tick. And they finally, like I expect, like every time he comes on the mic, I'm like, oh, we're hosed. They're going to cancel the flight. So, and then he's like, hey, good news, folks. We got that all taken care of. We're going to be taxiing out of here in a minute and get you on your way. It's like, awesome. Great. And so then we're getting ready to go after another 15 minutes of sitting there. And then he's like, Captain speaking, our first officer is timed out. And so, like, you have times in windows that you can fly as a pilot and as a flight crew. And so they have to get him off the plane and another first officer in there. So How did you not see that coming? You know, like he was going to time out in the air or something? I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know.
So he's gone. We get another first officer. Great. Okay, so you're Captain speaking. We got a first officer. We're going to be pushing back here from the gate in just a second. And so you're ready to go. And I'm like, okay, finally. Now we're like 2 hours in or something like that.
I would be losing my mind.
Yeah. And then he's like, I'm so sorry. The guy who fixed the door forgot to sign a line on this paper, so he's going to have to come get back on the plane. So we're going to open the doors back up and get him to sign this, and we'll be on our way. So
oh my gosh.
Finally that guy gets there. They finally get that done, and the guy is like, okay, we're ready to push back. And then he goes, I'm sorry to tell you this, but our brakes have been overheating. Like, we're sitting there. We're not even moving. We're going to put some fans on it. We're going to get going here. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding. We haven't even moved. How? And so they fan it down. We start moving, finally. So now we're 3 hours in. And so we're backing up, and we start taxiing. I'm in the very back of the plane, and I hear the flight attendants talking. Because they're talking loudly. They're like, I cannot believe this. I'm like, uh-oh, wait. They're like, why are they going to pull us off this flight? This is crazy. Like, I've never seen this before. Why are they pulling us off this flight? I wanted to go to, Dublin. I picked this flight for a reason. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that can't be. That cannot be. Taxiing. Oh, this is your pilot speaking. The other crew on another plane that had a mechanical, that one that we were talking about a second ago, they're going to time out, and they're not going to make it to their destination. So we're going to switch crews so that this crew can go on that, because it was a shorter flight, so it won't time out. And they're going to come on with us, and they'll be fine. So we're like, you've got to be kidding me.
No.
So we go back to the gate.
No.
We go back to the gate. They park, and you know how much time that takes. They switch both of the crews.
No.
Okay? So then they get both of those crews switched. We start to back up, and he's like, I'm sorry, this is your captain speaking. Our brakes are hot again. We're going to put the fans on it for a few more minutes. But then at some point in time, now we're like almost 4 hours into this, the guy goes, especially it was after they switched the crews, the captain goes, I have to tell you, in all my years of flying, I have no idea what our company's doing right now. This is insane. I am so sorry. Like, I don't agree with any of this, and it's not cool, and I'm sorry.
Did anyone look like they wanted off the plane by then? Like, they were like, you know what, I've changed my mind. I don't want to be on this flight anymore. I want off.
You got no options. The kid in front of me is telling his mom, he's like, I think this is a bad idea. We need to get off this plane. It's going to crash. So,
I mean, I'd be with that kid. I'm like, maybe God doesn't want this plane to take off.
I know. And the kid and the mom's like, shh, don't say that. Don't say that.
Was Marty freaking out?
Marty was more tired of it than I was. I got to where I just started laughing. And to me, at least we were still moving towards going. Like, when you get it canceled and then you're like, now I got to rebook and it's a problem. Like, I love that they were still swinging to get it going. And I... like, completely, you would not even have known who I was on this flight. I was so calm and collected. I'm just watching TikToks, whatever. I'm like, all right, well, we'll get there. Because I didn't have anywhere to be that day when I got there. Like, we were getting into Ireland really early, so I could have gone into Dublin and done some fun stuff or whatever. But I didn't have anything planned till the next day. So I wasn't stressed. If I had to be there for something, I would have been like super stressed and anxious, but I'm like, all right, well, we'll get there when we get there.
I would have been so nervous with the landing, because then that's when you got to use the
brakes that they've been cooling down.
I hope they're all right.
Like, I've never heard of brakes being cooled down while you're just sitting there. Oh, and they had to refuel too, because we burned through enough fuel that it didn't meet their requirements. It was just ludicrous, man.
Okay, so you get through it. You get to Ireland. Now you've got to rent a car, and you've got to drive on the wrong side of the road.
Yes, I loved that, actually. I thought I was going to hate it. I was really nervous about it. I rented from Enterprise, but then Enterprise tried to hose me on the price. Like, I had it $199 to get this car. That's a great deal. And it even says that's what you'll pay U.S. So I go over there. They charge me $654. A big difference. They're like, well, $250 is a hold. It'll come off. Okay, so we're still talking a decent difference. And then they tried to tell me that the exchange rate. Oh, it's the exchange rate. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. And then I start looking things up. I'm like, wait, no, the dollar is stronger. It would actually be less if the exchange rate, you should be charging me less. And like, yeah, no, it all works out. I'm like, man, and by this time I need to go. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to deal with this when I get back. And so I take the car, we drive out of the airport, and it is really weird at first being on the other side of the road. I knew once we got to the freeway, it wouldn't feel weird because you're just going in a straight line with everybody. So it's not that big of a deal. In town, it is crazy weird at first. You're looking the wrong direction. You're on the wrong side of the car, and so your spatial awareness is different. So you're like running off the side of the road and stuff. And so like
I bet Marty was nervous.
a little bit. And they have roundabouts. And so I went into the roundabout almost the wrong direction because you got to go into it different than the ones here. And so once we got going and once we got on the freeway, I loved it. I loved driving over there, and I would do it again in a heartbeat. The only thing was it was funny because we picked up our photographer, Andy, and I go, look, I'm just going to tell you right now, this is going to be annoying to be in this car with us because we talk through every turn. My wife is like my second set of eyes and ears, and she's like, okay, you're turning left, which means you're actually turning across or into with traffic here. When you're turning right, you're turning across traffic. So she would like make sure I knew so we didn't get in an accident, you know? And it was so helpful. I said, when we get home, this stops though. Like this is the only place I want you telling me how to drive. But you've got to like dial this back when we get home. And so we drove around. We had like an afternoon to go and sightsee a little bit, which was fun. And I really, really, really enjoyed it, you know, and driving. But they always tell you that in Ireland, they're like, take the full coverage out. I didn't take the coverage out because like one of the people at our company was like, oh, here, just take this card and our insurance will cover it. But in Ireland, a lot of insurances won't cover it because they nickel and dime you, and they know there's a lot of damage that happens to cars because you're on the wrong side of the road and things like that. And so I'm driving, and I'd gone to the set one day. We had worked our way onto the movie set, which was really cool. And then I go back another day, and I go, and there's a different lady at the thing, and she sends me to a different gate. And sure enough, as I'm backing out of there, I hit a rock with the back of the car. And I'm like, no, I'm so furious with myself. But fortunately, I was going really slow, and it was already hitting the brakes. But I get to where I need to go, and I get out of the car, and I'm just like, Lord, please, just do me a solid. Just no damage, please, 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 please. And I get out, and I look at the bumper, no damage. I expected it to be caved in.
Yeah.
Because I saw the rock in my rear view, and it was big. And so I dodged a bullet there. It was great. But yeah, I ended up getting onto the set. And talking my way in, meeting a bunch of people. They had because it's a musical. The Drummer Boy the movie is a musical, and kind of like
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
so they didn't ask you to sing or anything?
No, they did not, but I did anyway. So
of course you did.
yeah, so it's a musical, and so I get in there. And I meet some people. I get into costuming. I get my hair done. And I'm on. Now I'm a bona fide extra on this thing, man. And so I'm dealing with all these people that are extras from Ireland. They were awesome. There's a dance group that was there. Like they were doing some choreography for stuff and everything. And I loved hanging out with them. They were so nice. And we just had a great time. And being on the set was really fun, watching it all come together. And it's shot beautifully. I'm real curious to see how it comes out. Like when they get to, because they have like battle scenes, so they have to do some CG and stuff.
Now, what did you do to make sure that you aren't going to get cut out of this thing?
Very intentional. Very intentional. So I'm on set, I'm dressed up, and I'm wearing my outfit. And, well, before that, we go and we do a rehearsal. And there's a lady, Belinda, who was in charge of blocking it and making sure that everybody's where they are and has jobs to do. So you look like it's a town functioning. So she's like, does anybody here, have some rhythm and want to throw some of these sandbags? And so
you have no rhythm.
A little, but she doesn't know that. But I'm like, oh, good. So she's already started like looking for specific people. So I'm like, yes. And I raise my hand instantly because I'm like, okay, I'm taking this first shot.
And the next person that she asked for, she's like, would someone like to be right next to Joel and Luke?
Dead
at the
center.
Very
Who wants to be the center of attention?
You're like, dang it.
I know. So she's like, okay, let's have you over here. And so then I'm over off the side by this other wagon loading bags, and they have way too many people loading bags. Like I wasn't necessary there. And so in true Wally fashion, I'm like, okay, I know I'm hosed now. I'm like, okay, what do I do? How do I do this? So in true Wally fashion, I just leave that post and I just walk back into the middle of what's going on. And I run into Belinda and I ask her a question. And she's like, oh, you don't have an Irish accent. I said, no, I'm not from Ireland. I'm from America. I'm friends with Joel and Luke. And she's like, oh, you are? I'm like, yeah. And she goes, are you happy with your job? And I said, not really, Belinda. And so if we've got something else that I could do, that would be great because I'm kind of over there. And she goes, oh, let's get you more here in the action. I said, oh, love you, girl. So then I feel bad because this other actor who was where I was, they switched us.
Ooh.
Yeah. And this kid's
you
probably...
didn't feel bad enough, though.
No. This kid's probably trying to make a name for himself, but it's Ireland. Who cares?
Wow.
And so she gives me a job to walk this cart in and then throw some bags and then walk around.
So you're doing the same thing.
Yeah, but no, the other place I was just stationary, just throwing bags. This one, I've got a cart, I come in, and then I walk under some bags being thrown over me. It's very, very technical. And so we get into that, and so she hooked me up. Like, she hooked me up huge. She was great. And so then we come back and we do, like, dress rehearsal now. So now we're all in our outfits, and they're figuring out where the cameras are going to go. And so I'm there doing my job, and I walk through and I throw my bags. I walk through, the bags go over me, and then I walk out of the scene. But then the song just keeps going. And they're like, okay, at the end of the song where it says lion, we still want people to be moving and working through the scene so it doesn't just end static. And so I'm like, ding, ding, ding. So as I walk through and I put my wheelbarrow down where normally I just went and was out of the shot, this time I walk around, I stand up on a cart, and I'm just moving bags from nowhere to nowhere to be in that shot. And so then when the shot finishes, I walk back through and I walk right between Joel and the other actor that's playing him, and then the mom character that's in this. And so I'm right dead center. Like, Joel pats me on the shoulder and like, hey, mate, like we're in, doing a scene together. And then I just go about my merry way. And so I worked my way in. Plus, this is the other part. Luke's daughter is in this, and she's in a wheelbarrow next to me, so I'm next to her. So I know she's not getting cut out. And they have a scene where they spin her around. I'm right there. I'm right there. So,
and she's like, Daddy, this guy is creepy.
Yeah.
He won't leave me alone.
Oh, she is a handful, man. She's just wonderfully precocious and funny. But I guess at some point in time, somebody told, like, the director who I was.
Shouldn't be there.
No, they told him who I was, and that, like, I can help promote the movie, and, like, maybe they explained to him the whole I Can Only Imagine thing and how I blow my role completely out of proportion for it, and it helps the movie. And so he pulls me aside. We've done a million takes. It was like an 8-hour shoot. We've done a million takes, and he goes, it was Wally, come here. So I come there, he goes, okay, where are you going? What's your action? What's your movement? So I explained to him, I said, sir, I bring this wheelbarrow over here. I pause. I hit my mark like a pro. I throw bags to this guy. Then I go under here, and they throw bags over me. And he goes, okay, I'm going to set this shot up. And so they bring a camera over on a jib on one of those cranes. So there's a camera right on the crane, and I'm walking straight into it. And don't look at the camera. Like, hey, how you doing? And so he made sure to get me in the shot walking in.
Wow.
So when this whole thing gets cut up, I hope I'm in there a bunch in this scene.
Here's what's going to be funny is that they're going to be like trying to cut this and make it look good, and then they're like, wait a minute, that character's right there, Annie's right there, then he's right there.
He's in every shot.
We got to get him out.
He's ruining this. He's ruined this movie. Yeah. And so, yeah, it's funny because the song actually was really infectious because I heard it about 1,000 times that day. We shot so many takes. But, like, the song, like, was really cool. It sounds good. It feels good and stuff, too. So I'm going to be really, really curious how this thing, gets put together and how it's shot. But all in all, man, like, For King and Country hired, like, all these people, and they're incredible at their jobs. And they were so kind and so helpful for me and stuff. Like, it was an amazing experience.
Did you get your own trailer?
I did not. That was a problem. I broke it at Joel's, though, and I wore his hat.
Of course you did.
So Yeah, but the only downside of that was I came back looking like I got hit in the face with a bag full of hammers when they had to shave me.
Yeah, that was rough. Did Marty cry again?
She did. She said she teared up. I couldn't see her because I was facing the chair and I had a videographer with me.
So how long is it going to take for you to get back into the full beard mode?
A couple months. Like right now I've like scruffy beard, like more than 5 o'clock shadow.
You're more in like homeless.
Yes.
Right
yeah, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm going for.
So did you experience any jet lag or no?
Not bad because it's like 8-hour flight. Yeah, I mean, I kept waking up at 2 a.m, but I was falling back asleep. So it wasn't horrible.
But then he flew straight from Ireland to Orlando. And that's where I met him. Yeah. And then we went to this conference.
I have to tell you this. I was so unbelievably bummed though. So I'm walking in Dublin. It's our last night there. We go into the city and all of a sudden I hear this girl go, "What the heck?" And like, I'm like, what's going on? Like I was looking this way and I didn't see it. And then I see this guy, this like homeless guy grabbed her phone out of her hand. She was just sitting on the street looking through her phone.
What?
Guy grabs it, but I didn't realize what had happened. And then I see this other lady who I believe probably was homeless as well. And she grabs the phone out of his hand and pushes him and is like, "Stop doing stupid stuff like that." And she looks like she had 2 black eyes too. Like it was weird, but she got the girl's phone back and then gave it to her and then just walked on. And I'm like, I was so bummed that I didn't see it. My wife saw it. I was over here looking because I would have liked to have gotten the phone back.
You think you could have tackled that guy?
Oh, 100%.
Better than that woman could.
He had a limp. Yeah, I was fine. I was fine. I would have heroed that out, man.
Oh, geez.
And I would have been really loud about it too. Like,
of course you would.
Like American.
I have a feeling you would have hurt yourself accidentally somehow, and then Marty would have had to figure out how to get you to a hospital and all the things.
It's funny. I go to grab it and then be the hero, and then I fall on the phone and break it. Like, here's your phone.
Here's your phone
it's all busted up. Yeah, totally. Textbook
gosh.
Wally.
Yeah, for sure.
So did you enjoy your time away from me?
Yes, I did. I got a new car. I posted about it.
It's really cute.
Yeah, his name is Fitzgerald, named after a sunken ship. Let's not think about that. But anyway, took my parents to Catfish Camp as the inaugural drive to welcome
what a great place to go
family.
into the backwoods family.
Of course. So I did that.
Fitz is like, I'm like a good car, right?
I forget what I did the other day. Oh, I met up with some friends to go get lunch. That's what I did. Mm-hmm. Anyway, then I was a little bit nervous about traveling by myself because the last time that we did this momentum thing, I had to travel by myself, and I tend to. Well, I did tune out that year. So that was the year that I went through TSA, then decided I wanted Chick-fil-A, got out of TSA, realized I was out of TSA, and then had to turn around and all of that.
Read TSA.
Yeah, and then they had to yell my name over the loudspeaker. They're like, "Last call for Betty, last call for Betty," because I had my AirPods in and I wasn't paying attention that we were boarding. So anyways, I told myself this time I am paying attention. Now, I used an Uber to get back and forth to the different airports, and I tried out the women driver
Uber
feature.
lady.
Mm-hmm. And I really liked it. However, I did find out two things.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Do you have to verify that you're a woman to pick the Uber woman?
I don't know because it just came up as an option for me.
It would defeat the purpose if you're a dude.
Right.
Like, I want Uber woman.
So I think maybe it only shows up because I think it does ask for your gender, but say you can just lie.
Right,
I don't know.
Right.
Anyways, I found out two things about it. I love the feature because, I watch a lot of Dateline, and that's how a Dateline episode starts is when you don't get a woman driver. But two bad things that come with this. Typically, I had to talk during every ride.
And we shared all our feelings.
Yeah, I know what they do for a living, who their relatives are, because I felt bad. But if it's a guy, I don't feel like I need to talk to that person. And then two, when I got my luggage out of the trunk, they're not going to help.
Nope. They don't even get out of the car.
They can assist, but they're like a guy would get out and get my luggage for me. Yeah. And I actually had to do it myself. So those are two bad things that come with it. But I mean, safety is key. So that's that.
I do want to talk about that. Like, I want to do a conversation about that. I think maybe tomorrow or Wednesday on the show. good news, bad news kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like, I think that because I had a lady driver for one of mine, and she didn't even remotely even try to get out of the seat. Didn't even pretend to like, oh, should I get my seatbelt off? Like, she just sat there.
Here you go.
And pops the trunk from inside.
Yeah.
And so I load everything up. But then my lady Uber driver told me about all the tickets she's been getting lately for running red lights and stuff. I'm like, okay.
This isn't helpful.
Yeah.
Also, too, we went to Momentum because we were nominated once again for Best Podcast of the Year.
Yeah.
And, of course, as expected, we lost.
0 for 4 once again. So now it's getting funny at this point.
So now it could be 0 for 5 next year.
Yeah, and you're probably like right now after listening to all this, go, yeah, I get it. I know why you don't win. 100%. You guys should never win this. But like they always put us up against all these other podcasts that are like they take a month to make episodes, or whatever. We do it every day. And then like they have all these people working on it and stuff like that. But I'm really glad that we didn't lose to the widow's story.
Yeah, that would have been rough.
Or God's Girl.
Well, and here's the thing too. Momentum looks for a certain type of content.
Right.
And Wally doesn't want to fit in that
Self-sabotage,
space.
I guess.
He self-sabotages the whole thing because they will ask you what you would like to enter in for the judges to listen to and then judge whether or not you're going to win. He always sends in content that is controversial all the time because that's what he wants to be known for. Yeah. However, we are never going to win if you keep putting up controversial things. So I think we've come to an agreement that next year I will be responsible.
If we get nominated.
If we get nominated, I will send in what needs to be judged.
And and it's a pain too. Like it is a pain to submit it. Like I went through so many like different Aftercasts, and I'm like, it's not in. I don't know. It's I'm looking for different things. I'm looking for stuff that has like us, communicating really well and funny and interesting and something that's different than anybody else is going to. I always look for stuff that I know no one else will do. Like that, and that's why I do it. Because at the end of the day, we could do like a really lame podcast where we just talk about unicorns and rainbows for one episode and like how the Lord has changed our lives radically and we're just different people now and our favorite Bible verses and all that nonsense. And like we could do that as a one-off and then just submit that, but I'm not going to do that. Like I want them to get what we actually are, And so
self-sabotage.
Yeah, so 0 for 4. It's funny because our CEO, he happened to be in Ireland as well, because we're involved with the movie apparently on levels I didn't even understand. But he goes, yeah, I'm not going to be there for Momentum, the radio conference, till the last day. But he's like, I'll be there to make sure that I'm there when they call someone else's name for your award. I'm like, I was so happy with that. Like, I'm not even mad about that. I'm like, good for you. You took the shot because I would have taken it. And so good for you. I respect and appreciate that. But yeah, we are more than 0 for 4 is what I believe in my heart. And so I hope there could be genius to this. If they keep nominating us and we just never keep winning, we get to keep going. We win, we're done. So like
you want to make it 0 for 5.
I do actually. I want to see how far we can go with this. But yeah, so we lost yet again, and that's just the way it is. This is the first day of the rest of my life as well. Because I am going to be here for 3 more years. So that starts today. So if you like the show and you can tolerate me, congratulations, 3 more years.
Big if.
Yeah, I know. If not, it's a bad day for you. It's a bad day for you as much as it was when I walked out of my house to go to church yesterday and there was water pouring out of my wall because a pipe burst. So that was such a great comeback. And here's what frustrates me. My wife made fun of me, and I listened to her, and I let her shame me. I was going to turn my water off at the street while we were gone because I've had water damage before while we traveled. And I thought we were going to be gone for 2 weeks. It'd be ironic, but that's the way the Lord does things. And so I was going to turn it off, and she made fun of me. She goes, oh, wow, you're becoming your mom. Because my mom always turns hers off when she travels. Like when she goes to the mailbox, she turns off the water. And
just to be safe.
Yeah. And so I didn't do it. I let her get in my head and I didn't do it. Sure enough, destroyed our kitchen floors.
Ugh.
So now that woman is going to have to deal with it. Like she's going to be there with contractors for days while I'm at work.
It's her fault.
I know. You should have let me turn. Now it would have eventually blown anyway, but maybe it wouldn't have caused as much damage.
Right.
Like if we were home, I would have caught it.
I wonder how long
earlier.
it had been leaking for it to cause that much damage.
It had to be a couple weeks because the problem is the water from the street is constantly putting pressure into the system. So where it separated, all it did was just pour water 24/7. And so all that water goes down the wall. It's got to go out somewhere. So water takes the path of least resistance. So it went under my wooden floors between the subfloor and the wood floors. And it went as far as it could go. Then when it couldn't go any further, it then backed up into my garage. And then that's where I saw the puddle of water, and I knew it. I watched water pouring out of my wall. I'm like,
That's so bad.
I know what this is. And so that was my day. That was my day yesterday, and it's gonna be my week. And we had just finished fixing a leak on the other side of the house. Like I'm so housed out right now, and water. Like my house. I just want to burn it down. It'll dry up all the water and just burn it down and move. That's what I want to do right now. So anyway,
well, let's do some birthdays real fast.
Yeah, let's
and
go.
Then we'll head out of
but
here.
it's good to be back though.
Rebecca celebrated a birthday on the 11th.
Okay.
Happy belated birthday.
Oh, it's a while ago. Wow, it's been a while.
Everett celebrated a birthday on the 8th. Happy belated birthday. Trina, her son Levi, celebrated a birthday on the 16th, turning the big 9.
There
Happy
you go.
belated birthday.
Almost double digits.
Henry wants to wish his great-grandson Beckham a happy birthday. He celebrated on the 17th.
Nice.
We've got Charlie, who celebrated his 14th birthday on the 24th. And then Michael, Amanda, Molly, and Charlie, Tessa, Elijah, and Lucy. Woo! Want to wish DJ Jane, their aunt, a happy birthday. She celebrated on the 27th.
Oh, nice. We love DJ Jane. She emails me all the time. Love her. That's awesome. Happy birthday, girl.
Yes.
Well, there you go. That is a lot of birthdays, and that's going to have to do it for the show today. And as always, thank you for being a potty.